Today we're going to read The Big Honey Hunt. There's Daddy Bear with his, what do you think that is? We'll find out soon. And there's Baby Bear, a book by Stanley and Janice Berenstain. Wow, what's that sound? Buzz, 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 buzz. What are these? What do you think those are? They're very definitely listening to that sound. The Big Honey Hunt by Stanley and Janice Berenstain. And that's a real tree house. They're actually living inside the tree. They look sad. He says, "Oh no! We ate our honey. We ate a lot. We have no honey in our honey pot." I think they're trying to have honey in their tea. I have honey in my tea every now and then. Do you have honey in your tea? Go get some honey. Go get some more. Go get some honey from the honey store. Where do you think the honey store is? The honey store. Honey store is just outside. This shouldn't take too very long. We'll go for honey. Come on, small bear. We'll go for honey, and I know where. Hey, called him Small Bear. Pung Yao Wajai. Sigh, Pung Yao. The store, she said. To get it there. Not at the store. Oh no, Small Bear. If a bear is smart, if a bear knows how, he'll go on a honey hunt. Watch me now. Look at Ma's expression. You know what the word expression? It's when you have something on your face that tells you whether you're sad or happy or what's going on inside. Look, little flowers. They're running by, all sorts of flowers. How do you hunt it? How, Dad, how? If a bear knows how, if a bear is smart, he looks for a bee right at the start. Bees hide their honey in a tree that's hollow, so we'll find a bee to follow. Have you ever seen a bee? Is that a bee? He went buzz, 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 buzz. He looks like a bee. Why, yes, he does. We will follow that bee. We will follow that bee. Buzz. Buzz. We will follow that bee to his honey tree. That tree? Is that a honey tree? Buzz. It looks like one, so I know it's one. Sit down, Small Bear, and watch the fun. Small Bear, you watch your smart old dad take out more honey than you have ever had. Are you getting honey? Are you getting a lot? Will you take home honey in our honey pot? Wow, that does not look like a bee. That looks like an owl. The owl is sitting on a nest, and the nest is all a mess. Even broke some eggs. That is not a honey bee. That is not a honey tree. One of the eggs is all over Dad. The bee, there goes the bee. And that's one angry owl. You'd be angry too if someone came and messed up your house. Uh-oh. Look at Dad, he jumped that fence in just one bounce. Little Baby Bear is using a tree stump to climb over the fence. That's an odd looking fence. That fence is made out of stones. On with the honey hunt. Follow your pop. Your pop will find honey at the very next stop. We will follow and follow. And follow along. Oh, look at all those trees. Would you get lost in a forest? Especially running in a forest? You'd forget because all the trees look the same. I will never find a new tree, and it won't be long. Right? I will find a new tree, and it won't be long. That is very, very persistent. Is that a honey tree? How do you know? You're using a bit more caution this time. Well, it looks just so, and it feels just so. Looks so, feels so, so it is so. Now watch, small bear. I am about to take that good old honey out. How are you doing? Are you getting a lot? Are you getting much honey? Or are you not? Look at all the flowers around here. There's a flower with a bee leaving. Bees love flowers. But what is that? That is not a bee. Have you ever seen a creature like this? That's not hair. Those are spikes, and they hurt. He's pokey all over the place. And he doesn't look happy. This is called a porcupine. Very angry porcupine. Wrong kind of tree, wrong kind of tree. Look, Dad, there goes your friend, the bee. At least Dad is hanging on to Baby Bear to make sure Baby Bear doesn't get into danger. Do you like to ride Daddy's back? I think lots of small kids love to ride Daddy's back. On with the hunt, I will not rest. I'll follow that bee to his honey nest. When a bear is smart, when a bear is clever, he never gives up, and I won't ever. Quite often it's very good not to give up. Dad, is that a bee tree there? What do you think the bee is going for? What's this? Look at the leaves on those trees. They don't look healthy. See? They have spikes. Those spikes hurt. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. I think that bee is being amplified. Do you know what it means to be amplified? It means when you have a small sound and it makes big. If you have a small outlet at one side and a big outlet in a tree, it'll amplify your sound. But he hears buzz, buzz, buzz. I know it is. Why, yes, small bear, it can't be wrong. Like the last tree was. Only a bee tree goes buzz, buzz. I think the bee is very much interested in that flower. But not anymore. He's going off. Are you getting honey? Are you doing well? Or is something wrong? I smell a smell. What do you think these guys are? They look like kitty cats. But they're not kitty cats. They're called skunks. And skunks, when they're scared or afraid, they smell. They smell really bad. Wrong kind of tree, wrong kind of tree. The bee, I see the bee. Do you know what this is? That's a boat, a very special type of boat. You see that type of boat in Canada a lot. It's called a canoe. They're riding the boat on the water. The water is very, very disturbed. Right? That's not smooth water at all. That's more like water that you see when you flush the toilet. See all those little swirls? Bzzz. If you want to get honey, there is just one way. You must follow your bee, if it takes all day. A bear is smart, if a bear is bright, if a bear keeps going, if it takes all night. He went in there, your friend the bee, he went in there. Is this our tree? Wow, the bee actually went in this time. Now let me think, now let me see. This looks just like a honey tree. And it feels just like a honey tree. See, they're testing the tree. I wonder what a honey tree feels like. Does it feel different than a normal tree? Have you ever felt a tree? I think next time you're next to a tree, feel it and see. And it goes buzz, buzz, like a honey tree. Wow, that's very noisy. Daddy looks excited. Well, what's this? Something's coming out of the tree. They're tasting what comes out of the tree. That's not a good plan. Some trees have stuff that tastes really, really bad. So always ask your mom or dad before you taste anything that comes out of a tree. And it tastes just like a honey tree. And so you see this tree must be a honey tree. That's a test that none of the other trees passed. Wow, Dad is looking at all that honey. Look at all that honey, right? It's a tree full of honey. I never saw more honey, never. Now, don't you think your dad is clever? Well, what's this? All these are friends of that little bee. He's got so many friends. I think you are very clever, Dad, but your friends the bees are very mad. But Dad, you left the honey there. It was not the kind I want, Small Bear. I think he doesn't want it because there's so many bees that are angry at him. Look at all those bees. He's running scared because that's where his boat is, but he's running away from the boat, away from the tree, and away from the very, very mad bees. I will get you honey. I said I would, but that bee's honey was not good. Wow, he's diving into the water. Where are you going? To find the honey? Here in the water? Now that seems funny. It seems funny to look for honey in the water. Wow, that doesn't look safe. He's standing on two little rocks. The only thing sticking out is his nose. That way he can breathe. Because bears don't breathe underwater. What are these? These are little air bubbles from the bucket. They're escaping from the air, the bucket, and they're going up. No, we won't find honey in here, Small Bear, but soon, very soon, I'll show you where. When the bees have gone, we'll get along. Your dad is, when the bees have gone, you will get along too. Your dad is smart and he knows what to do. Do you know what it means by we will get along? We will go. We'll move away from here. Wow. He's got a plan. He's so proud now. What do you think he's going to do? But how will you do it, Dad? How, Dad? How? Little Bear is also curious. Look at these leaves. These are much nicer leaves. They're not going to poke you. The best sort of honey never comes from bees. It comes from a store. I would like some, please. He's going to the store and he's asking for some honey. And he's using the word please. Look at Ma. Look at her expression. Do you know what expression means? It's when you look at someone's face and you can tell if they're happy or sad or angry or a little bit sly. Dad is so proud. Look, I've bought back some honey. He's going back to his home with little baby bear. Have you ever seen a honey tree? Have you ever seen a honey bee? That's our nice lime green book. We'll put it away for now.